Yes, sir. It is June 5th. It's Friday, 7:31 a.m. And we always have to thank the big fella upstairs for allowing us once again to be here to celebrate life, to see another day, another minute, another hour, another second, to breathe, to walk, just to live life. And remembering with him all things is possible when it comes to our all high mighty. Excuse me, y'all. Just getting myself together. Shout outs to everybody out there moving around. Once again, congratulations to all our graduates and everybody that's out there who's been doing their thing. Salute to every single last one of y'all. We ain't gonna waste no time. We're gonna get into this boxing this morning. So let's go ahead and do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Duck Studios and welcome to the No Ducks on Podcast. Let's go. My man, D Free. Good morning to the Freeze. Yo, hold on. Free. We had to talk about this before, young man. And I don't think you're understanding what I say when I say don't come up to my show flexing.
The hell you talking about?
This is Free. I don't need your dude up here with his bald ass head, his expensive glasses, and coming up here with a wife beater with his beard that probably got French fries stuck in it. I don't need you coming up here doing that, Free. Do that shit on your own time.
I mean, hey, I'm just glad you got your camera off. Anybody trying to see no greasy ass belly? That's the reason why I got sunglasses on now. It's too goddamn sunny out this bitch. And you put your daggone belly on here, and me dealing with the sun, I ain't gonna be able to see shit. We're gonna be sitting right here in DC all day.
Oh man, you know what? I'm just gonna ahead and leave you alone. I ain't got dropping the T. What's up? I ain't got nothing for you, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. What's up though, family? How y'all feeling?
Tell it.
Where you cruising to this morning, man? It's a nice. It's gonna be damn near 90 today, Free.
That's the reason why I got on the daggone tank top.
Yo, man, don't have Mrs. Free slap nobody out there.
She wanna
Yes, Mrs. Free. I want you to stay cool, Mrs. Free. It's gonna be hot as hell today, man. This is crazy, man. Woo.
man, her ass been cool ever since we moved into our own place. She walking around the house butt ass naked. I
Hey,
got to
hey,
hand
hey, 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 hey,
to make
hey,
sure she gonna come
hey,
back.
Free, what the,
I'm
what,
in,
what the
I'm
hell?
I'm up here doing a live. She's talking about your camera on. I look over. I'm like, oh shit. I gotta turn the camera off so she can walk past.
Oh my God, Mrs. Free, forgive him. Forgive your husband. I don't even understand why he just put that out. Jesus Christ.
What? I ain't
Lord
show
have
no
mercy.
pictures. I didn't show
Lord
no
have
pictures.
mercy. We don't need that. We don't need to know that Mrs. Free is walking around free. Jesus Christ.
Why not?
Oh,
I mean,
Free, what's the Free? What is the matter with you, man? What is really the matter with you? What kind of school did you go to when you were young? What is the matter with you?
I went to No Cut Cards Elementary.
You know what? Let's get to this boxing because I don't have time for this shit this morning. I really don't. I don't have time for this morning. I don't even understand why I even bring your husband up sometime, Mrs. Free. I don't understand why I do it. That man don't make no sense sometimes. He be. I don't. I'm gonna keep asking you. I don't know how you deal with him. It take a lot of patience to deal with that man. To have, you got to have some type of patience to deal with him. That man, yeah, he's a mess. Dropping that T, he is a mess. It's my brother, and I love him, but he's a man. That damn D free is hell. It is hot as hell. I hope everybody out there is staying cool. Too hot today. Almost 90, and it's Friday, and it's probably payday for certain people. So it's gonna be all kind of mayhem. We got the Knicks game 2 tonight. Oh my God, too much. Okay, hold on. Let me fix this camera. This camera's acting up. Give me a second, y'all. I gotta fix this. This is crazy. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Y'all give me 2 minutes. Let me fix this. This is acting up right now.
Boy, Clarence just went out. Uh, Told y'all that nigga Clarence stomach be touching buttons and shit.
Oh, all right. Sorry, y'all. Had to had to fix this. This damn thing wanted to act up. Oh, all right, free. Let's get into it, man. We spoke about it a little bit, but let's fully get into it now that we know that it's happening. August 1st. Lamar Roach, William Zepada. Now we haven't seen
Yep,
Mr. Zepada. Matter of fact, we haven't seen both of these gentlemen since last year.
yep.
I think, yeah. So yeah, because when he fought Pitbull, it was yeah. So we haven't seen both of these gentlemen since last year. Um, what's your thoughts on this?
Um, it's it's gonna be a similar fight to the Pitbull Cruz fight. It, I think the problem with this fight is Williams Zepeda is more active than Pitbull Cruz. So if Lamar Roach plans to win this fight or not get another draw, he's gonna have to start fighting early. He can't sit back and just be a counter puncher with Williams Zepeda. We gotta understand what's at stake here is the WBC belt on the line. Um, Williams Zepeda was left as the number one contender, even though he lost to Shakur Stevenson. They kept him as the number one contender. They didn't move him down. They didn't take him out of the sanctioning rankings. So Lamont Roach got to understand what's at stake, um, and it's going to be a very interesting fight. Um, I don't know who I'm picking to win this fight just yet.
Yeah, that's uh that's a tough one. Um, I wanted to see him get his payback with Pitbull, but I said, okay, I guess they said no to that. Um, because I never knew how he would do in the second fight, but whatever.
And I'm gonna need Lamont Roach to make up his goddamn mind whether he gonna fight at 35, he gonna fight at 40. I need him to make up his mind where he fighting at.
Wow, did he come out recently and say something?
He was at 40, now he back at 35. I need him to make up his damn mind. Where you fighting at? You you was at 35, you went to 40, you then back down to 35. If somebody say something at 40, you gonna go back to 40?
Yeah, a lot of these guys today, I don't know. what they're doing, and but we have to be careful how we play with our weight. That's just even though that's 5 pounds, but it's like still though that's a lot. You gotta be careful. Because a lot of these guys are still young and they're much heavier than what they think they are. So you can't be killing yourself to make weight. Same way you can't be killing yourself to lose weight. Um, because 9 times out of 10, no matter how skilled you think you are or how skilled you may be, that weight will play a role. You heard some guys you heard some guys say free, man, I was drained a little bit. I was drained, or maybe the weight that they put on along with the muscle might have been a little too much for them, more than they thought. Uh, yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to 35. I think I'm gonna go back to 47. That was a little more than I could handle. Yeah, I think I'll be all right going back down because they have this idea of whatever they did in their weight class, they can go to another weight class and do it, and probably will be successful. But there's only been a small portion of fighters that never have to worry about their weight or their accomplishments. So, but that's not for everybody. Free. Would you agree?
Um, for the most part, yeah. I mean, it's only a handful of guys that was able to move up and down in weight and didn't have to worry about it. And it was usually early on in their career. It wasn't in the later half of their career because the early on, as as you young 20-year-old male, your metabolism is higher, so
Yeah.
you can gain weight, drop weight. It's nothing with that. I remember, like I said, I talk about myself all the time. When I was playing semi-pro football, it was nothing for me to uh, wake up in the morning and I'd be like 180, or no, I'd be like 185 or 190, and then I go outside to go walk to the daggone store, come back, get on the scale, and see that I'm 185. I'm like, I mean, I'm 180. I'm like, dang, what the hell? I ain't do nothing. I ain't do nothing but walk to the store. Came back, I done lost 5 pounds. Metabolism is high, so it was easy for me to lose weight and gain weight. It wasn't
do you,
nothing. I eat a burger and put on a couple of pounds. By that afternoon, I done lost it.
do you think if you were a fighter, it would be that much easier for you to lose weight? Depends on what weight class you're in. So if you're
Well,
185, if you're 185, and let's just say you're fighting at, I don't want to say 68 because that might be too much. That might be going a little too low. Let's just say light heavyweight. I ain't gonna say 68. That might have been too much.
nah, I mean, even at 68, it wouldn't be a problem for me because, see, like, you got to understand, this is your job, this is your career.
Yeah.
If you know, you should be in communications with your camp. You should know if they're looking for a fight for you. If you know that they're looking for a fight for you, from that moment, you need to be making weight. So when you get to camp, that's one less thing that you need to worry about. Now you could just focus on your craft, getting prepared for the fight. A lot of guys wait until a fight is announced and then they decide to go to camp and cut weight and all that stuff. Why are you waiting so late? You already knew your team was looking for a fight. Why you ain't start cutting weight then? So when you get to camp, all you got to worry about doing is just tuning up your daggone skills.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people think they got time, and I don't know what some people be thinking. But honestly, playing with your weight could cost you. We spoke about this, before when you're up and down. But this one with Lamar and Zepada is 35.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna tell you this, free, right? And this is not to jump on the bandwagon. I'm gonna tell you this. And I'm gonna be so honest, and I think people would agree to disagree, but probably more people would agree. If you have an opportunity right now to go to 40 or 47 to be successful, you better go ahead and go now, because if I'm them, or if I'm me, which I'm me, I don't want to deal with Abdullah Mason.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have to deal with a Dula Mesa whether they want to or not.
I don't want no smoke with that kid, free. And I'm sure there's a lot of other talented guys at 35, but that's a guy right there. That's a kid right there. I don't want to deal with a kid that's still developing, that hasn't even gotten to his grown man strip. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that.
I mean, he just turned 22, or he's about to turn 22, I should say. I think he turns
Yeah.
22 in July.
Yeah.
So he's about to turn 22. He got a fight coming up on the 4th of July.
Yes.
He he's gonna be some problems for a lot of people. And I've been saying this from the first time that I started watching him. I kept telling people, hey, Abdullah Mason is that dude. They were like, man, Abdullah Mason ain't fought nobody. I'm like, all right, y'all see. I've been
Why
telling
do
people
they keep
for what,
like when y'all say he
four
ain't
years
fought
now?
nobody? When y'all say he ain't fought nobody, who the hell y'all expecting to fight? The kid is still in the beginning of his career. What do you want him to fight Shakur? You want him to fight Tank? Huh?
Right.
Like like, do y'all realize everybody don't come in fighting somebody? You dummies.
Yeah.
You dummies.
Like
Nobody comes in like, what's wrong with y'all?
I don't outside of Rico, I don't know nobody that comes into the daggone boxing industry and goes straight to a championship level type fight. Rico is the only person I know that did that. He had one fight and he fought Usyk the very next fight.
Yeah. I
What's going
don't I
on, Ellie?
don't I don't get it. I don't get why we always so quick, oh, this person ain't for nobody different. What you want them to do, you dummies? Like, I don't do y'all realize this is boxing? And even for fighters back in the days, no matter what era you pick, didn't walk in just fighting somebody with a name. But you have to realize, rather if you're familiar with them or not in their career, every fighter is a somebody. I don't care if they rank 25. We'll say that they're nobody because of their record and we're not familiar with them, so we look down on them. But I always told y'all, there's a guy that's ranked 25 right now that's guaranteed to beat your favorite fighter. But he would never get that opportunity. He just won't get it.
Yeah,
You know how many Rocky Balboas out there that could actually beat your Apollo Creed? All they need is an opportunity.
mm,
All they need free is an
yeah.
opportunity. But they'll never some will never get it free. They just won't never get it. Take Darnell Boone, our brother Diesel. Should have had way more opportunities than he got. But a lot of people didn't want that smoke. So what they do? We gonna age him out. We age him out. Hopefully that he'll
That-
quit.
Now the question is, they having this fight now.
Yeah.
They went to have this fight um before the WBC belt because technically the guy
Mm.
he's another guy that they got to look out for. He's been calling for Shakur for a long time as well, and Shakur didn't want. didn't want to fight him at the time. Cole was like, oh, he hasn't done enough or whatever. He's a nobody. But Herrera is another one. Now he ain't. I think it's still some to learn in the boxing, but he's undefeated right now, and he's been stopping a lot of people. Is one of these guys going to fight him next? Whoever wins.
Yeah. Um, it's safe to say that a lot of guys, how they try to wish you away or get you ghosts is by saying you haven't fought anybody. What has he done? You know, in the era that we came up in, we didn't have to worry about people saying that. If a fighter said something about another fighter, it was like, okay, let's go. Let's go. After my fight, let's make it happen next. Now you got these guys in the last couple of years that start this trend of what have you done? Who are you? Who have you beat? What belts do you hold? And now it's not even no more about what belts you hold because, like they say, belts don't matter. What have you done? I'm not gonna get any money for fighting this guy. That's the era that we live in, which is sad because how can we really call ourselves the best if we're just beating up on a bunch of people that we know we can beat? When does it get to a point where we put that to the test? I don't understand that part, right? That's why I respect David Benavidez because he's always put that to the test, no matter who you put in front of him. You put a 200-pound man in front of him, what does he do? He runs over him like a damn bulldozer. So I don't understand these guys. And there's some of these fake ass fans, instead of them acknowledging that free, they ride for these dudes. I
I'm
don't
still trying
understand.
to figure out how niggas calling David a duck. We just had a whole live about that yesterday. Me and BBO, they said calling David a duck and all this stuff. I'm like, dog, how y'all calling this man a duck? Y'all want him to fight Java? So I was like, do y'all realize the man just
Oh,
had a
look
fight
at
a
that. There
month
he go
and
right
four
there.
days
There
ago?
he go right there. You brought him up, and there
There
he
you go,
go.
right there. I mean, the man just had a fight a month and well now a month and 5 days ago.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a month? No, month and 4 days. A month and 4 days. The man fought May 2nd. It's actually no, it's a month and 3 days. It's May 5th. The man fought a month and 3 days ago. How's he ducking anybody? He can't fight right now.
It's no way I'm a duck if I respond to every fight that was put in front of me. A duck is when you're making excuses for not fighting a person, when you keep dancing around, you doing all this trolling, and then when it's time to make something happen, now it's oh no, man, I'm not getting nothing out of that fight. You know, I ain't gonna tell him to do nothing, BBO. You tell him. 'Cause that's what your show's based on every day. It's been a BS. I ain't gonna do it. No sir. Unlike
And
y'all, I gotta go to
this
these
this is
fights. Uh-uh.
and this is another thing too. This is another thing. Y'all know that it's a whole issue going on between the conventional boxing and Zuffa boxing or ring or whatever, and y'all expect a guy that's been fighting in the conventional boxing to stop everything he's doing and go support those individuals. Oh well, he's offering them a lot of money. Okay, some people can't be bought. Some people stand on their own morals. Just because another person is willing to drop everything they're doing because the guy held out a couple of dollars for them, Doesn't mean that everybody else has to do that. But if it was somebody else that was doing it, y'all be like, oh, see that man, that dude, he sold out. He went over there, and then and all the fighters are over here. But it's when it's somebody y'all like, oh, well, why he can't go over there? Why he need to go over there? Why do he need to go over there? He's the A side. Why do he need to go over there? Last time I checked, the B side is supposed to take the offer that the A side give him. I didn't know that the A side is supposed to take the offer that the B side give him.
Well,
I didn't know that.
people don't understand the sport, not just the sport, but the business of boxing. Yeah, man. Let me tell you something. It's, man, listen, it's unbelievable, man. But um, this Lamar Roach and this William Zepada, I like it. I like it. Wish I could attend to it. I said I see it was in Vegas. I was like, damn it, can't do it. Wish I could
Yeah,
do it.
it's in Vegas. It's in Vegas. It's like I said, I don't know who I got in this fight just yet. Um, I want to know how is the weight cut going to be for Lamar Roach because Lamar Roach look a little big right now. He look a little big. Like I don't know if he's going to make 35 as easily as he think he is. Because I saw
Yeah,
him at the fight with Oshaki Foster and Raymond Ford, and he look a little big. He look like he's walking around like around
yeah.
150, 160.
He
And
gave
Lamar Roach is not a
when
small
he gave
dude. He's like
when he saw Shakur and he gave Shakur a pound. I looked at him. I said, well, damn. He bulked up a little bit.
yeah, he look like he's like 5'8", so he's not a short dude for that weight class. He's actually a tall. Williams Zepeda is a similar guy to like David Benavidez. He's gonna come at you the entire 12 rounds, and if you starting to gas out because you had a bad weight cut, that's not gonna pan out well for you.
I don't know what to expect to see from either one, especially William, because we ain't seen him since July last year. Jesus Christ. At least we got to see um, Lamont fight, Tank and then Pitbull. I said, Jesus, we ain't seen Cepeda since the Shakur fight, July 11th of last year. Damn it. That's another thing. These guys with these layoffs free, these guys with these layoffs be killing me. And the layoffs don't even be so much because they injured. That don't even be the case half the time, man. Majority of the time, it's not even because of injury. These dudes get a loss and they get like a dude who broke up with his girlfriend. They get all damn depressed and
Yeah,
I mean, I understand it's a mental thing.
well,
I
I mean,
understand because but it's crazy,
like
crazy.
I understand Lamont Roach. The reason why he hasn't fought since the whole Pitbull cruise because he broke his hand in that fight,
Oh
and
yeah,
so
yeah.
he
No,
was
I'm not
out.
even talking about Pitbull. I was just talking about in general. Yeah, I mean, not. I'm not talking about Lamar. Yeah, I already knew about that. Yeah, I already knew about him in that situation. But all these other guys, like, let's get into it. Like, I'm wondering when the next time we gonna see Caleb Plant in there. We ain't seen him since he took that
Oh,
loss. I'm like,
oh,
damn, Caleb.
you didn't you didn't hear Caleb Plant
No, I
ducking.
didn't hear. Huh?
Oh, Caleb Plant ducking Jamal Charlo. So, Ronnie Shields came out and
Yo.
did an interview the other day. Ronnie Shields did an interview the other day. Remember, they was talking about that Caleb Plant was supposed to fight Jamal Charlo, or they was trying to make
Yeah.
that fight. Well,
Yeah.
Caleb Caleb Plant left. He left Breadman, and so he doesn't have a trainer. So
Oh,
they reached
not
out
bread, man.
to
He
him. He
left
was
bread,
like, "Look,
bread.
yeah." He said, "I don't have a trainer right now." So they was um they was waiting for him to find a trainer. So they reached back out to him again, and he said he still doesn't have a trainer. So that's why Jamal Charlo ended up moving to fight Rasindi. He was supposed to fight Rasindi because Caleb Plant never found a trainer. So they say, as far as they know right now, Caleb Plant still doesn't have a trainer. So I'm like,
Why
no. He
would
said it's
you?
been like that for like 6 months. Caleb Plant don't have no.
Damn. I don't know. Maybe he should. Yeah, of course, of course. I think any trainer would. I don't think that would be a problem for Plant.
It doesn't,
Plant can go. Plant
it
could
doesn't
go
seem
work
like he's
with
looking for a trainer.
Plant could go work with Bomac if he wanted to. He can go pick somebody.
Man, Plant could go work with. He could work with Bomac. He could work with daggone Derrick James. He could work with daggone the busiest trainer in the world. He go work with daggone Robert Guerrero. Robert Garcia. He can work with. He can work with. There's thousands of trainers out here. He can work with Bernard Hatchett. He can work with Bill Haney. He can work with anybody. It's thousands of trainers out here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There's too
You can
many,
go get
too many
Roy
trainers out
Jones,
here.
anybody.
Yeah, it's too many trainers out here that he would be able to say, I
Hey,
can't
you
find
need to
one.
train. Go ask Go ask Mr. Gary Russell. Can he train you? Ask Mr. Gary Russell. He'll train you.
Yeah, it's though they got just as much trainers as it is fighters. So there's always a trainer out
Hey,
there. It's just all about
go work with go work with go work with seafood. He'll train you.
no, no, absolutely not. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Hell no. Hell
Go
no.
work with my man Mighty Ivan. He'll train you.
Seafood and Caleb will probably get into it physically, straight up. Because Seafood the type that's gonna tell you, like, what's wrong with you? He gonna say some shit and it's just gonna go from there. It's gonna escalate from there. I would love to
Like
see
I said,
Seafood.
he
No, but I get what you're saying.
like with
There's trainers out there.
a guy with Caleb Plant, yeah, a guy with Caleb Plant status, it's not hard to find a trainer. Now, if you was a nobody and you looking for a trainer, it might be harder. But a guy with Caleb Plant status, a former champion, a guy that has fought on a big stage multiple times, just
Yeah,
about any trainer will work with you because they know they're gonna get paid from you fighting. Especially if you getting ready for a fight with Jamal Charlo, they know that okay, that's gonna be a decent payday. Yeah, I train you.
yeah,
I get my 10%, and we can go ahead and do some things. They know okay, he get this fight with Jamal Charlo, he make $2 million. I'm walking away with 200,000.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That part. Um, and this is why people have to understand the business of boxing and how it works. This is the reason why a lot of y'all don't get it because y'all don't understand the business. Um, there's trainers he can go get. I think him and Bomac will be a great fit. That's just my opinion. But I don't care about who he go get. But he needs to be back in that ring.
Bomac, Bomac don't care whether you win or lose. The only person he was worried about winning was Bud Crawford. Everybody else, all right, they lost. They can't blame it on me. I trained them.
Yeah,
Bud was the only one he was worried about making sure he didn't lose.
he did a hell of a job. Hell of a job. He did a hell of a job. Um, yeah, we need to see him back in there though. But Lamont, William Cepeda would be great. I'm anxious to see who they have on the undercard of it. August 1st. I'm looking forward to it. But my opinion, this is just my opinion, and the opinion probably does not matter. But if you know boxing, you know what I'm about to say is very important. And it's not that no guy is beatable. Every guy in boxing is beatable to a certain extent. And then there's just some guys you can't fuck with, like Crawford, like Andre Ward, like Floyd. There's certain guys just they have the it factor. At 35, I'm telling you right now, you got to run until Abdullah Mason. Jesus, may God be with you. You know what, Free? When I take it back to what was that, 2 years ago, maybe? When we asked Bomac that question on the IG about Keyshawn and Abdullah, and his response is still
Hey,
classic. It's classic.
niggas. I tell people about that incident, and people still think I'm lying. I'm like, no, you ain't gotta take my word for it. There was a few other people that was in the chat. I said, you can ask them. They'll tell you. Nah, Bomac didn't say that. That man was like, hell no, we're not making that fight.
And
Now,
I wish I would have screenshotted when he said that, but I wasn't thinking at the time because his response was in the chat, "Hell no." And
I told him, I was like, man,
I remember I
and
asked him
I didn't
again.
even know. I didn't even know Bomac was. I didn't even know Bomac was coming in the chat. This is just a response that I knew that they were. I'm like, no, they're not making that fight. They're not gonna make that fight with no daggone Abdullah Mason. Keyshawn and Abdullah Mason, they're not making that fight. Not right now. Hell no, they're not making that fight. I'm like, Keyshawn is not ready for that type of fight. And they were like, oh, Free, you tripping. Oh, and so just so happened, Bomac came in the chat and clearly like, hey, Bomac, I gotta ask you a question because my man Free keeps saying this. Would y'all make a fight with Abdullah Mason? That nigga said, hell no. We ain't making no fight with no Abdullah Mason.
Hey, well, what do we know?
I'm like,
See, they wasn't there
I
the
tell
days
you,
when they wasn't there. They see a lot of these cats. They only be around when they feel like it's important. But they weren't around at the time when we was on Instagram doing all them lives, man. They wasn't there, so they don't know. They don't know. Half of them wasn't even on
I keep
YouTube
trying
at
to
that time when we was doing all
I keep trying to tell people I've been around boxing for a long time. I know what type of fighters these guys are looking to get in the ring with when they starting off in their career. I know what type of fights is going to be a competitive fight. What type of fight is going to be an easy fight. I've watched boxing for a long time. I studied boxing for a long time, and I can tell you how the fight is pretty much going to go. Now, every once in a while, I'd be wrong because fighters come in there and they just got a different mentality that night.
that.
They got up for that fight, or that
But
fight didn't get them up.
at least you apologize for it, because some people won't even apologize for their mistake. I'm not apologizing for nothing. It's like, oh man, that's crazy. You're
Yeah,
not going. If you wrong, you wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm going to tell you I was wrong. I was fully wrong.
yeah.
My bad.
That's why I was telling the people. That's why I was telling the people in the chat last night when me and BBO was live. I'm like, see, the difference between me and you is I want to see the fight. I wasn't talking to BBO. I was talking to the people in the chat. I was like, I want to see the fight. Y'all are worried about the outcome of the fight. Y'all talking about, oh, David Benavidez, he gonna get beat. Now, what if David Benavidez go in there and win? Are y'all gonna still come back around? Because I mean, there's a lot of guys that kept saying certain things, and then all of a sudden it didn't go the way they expected to go. They don't come around no more because they don't want to admit that they was wrong.
No, which kills
I,
me.
I'm gonna be
I'm
here
like,
regardless because it doesn't matter to me.
that's why. Listen, this is why we have lasted this long. This is why we have been around this long. For the time we've been around, coming around for me starting this off in COVID in 2020. Here it is, it's 2026. We ain't going nowhere. We might have not had a 10, 15 career run like some people on here, but we ain't going nowhere because to us, it don't matter to us. It matters to y'all. It matters to y'all.
I just want to see
Y'all
the
be
fight. It doesn't matter.
y'all be more concerned with these fighters' careers than y'all be concerned with your own personal lives. Y'all keep up with their life more than you keep up with your own, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
I don't understand that shit. Y'all know what's going on more in a fighter's life than y'all do in your own kid's life. Shit is crazy to me. I don't get it. It ain't even that. It's not that deep, and it's not that serious. Because no matter what we think or what we feel about these fighters, I always tell you they're gonna make the best decision for them and their family, rather if y'all agree with it or not. So if it bothers y'all that much, I suggest you stop being a boxing fan. If you're gonna whine and cry about every time you think a fighter's not doing what you want him to do, what you think he should do, I suggest you go find another sport to be a part of. Because boxing ain't for you. Because let me tell you something, boxing comes with a lot of disappointments. As much as I love it, it comes with a lot of disappointments. And sometimes y'all can see them disappointments coming before anything. And instead of you just accepting it or just saying, okay, I'm not supporting that, I'm gonna fall back on this one. What they do, free, they come up here on live and make excuses and cry and whine about it. As if that's gonna change the results and the outcome. The outcome is the outcome. You can't do nothing about it. Granted, right? We pay for these apps. Some of us pay to go to fights. Cool. But don't think because you do all that, that matters to them. They don't give a shit about that. I paid for every pay per view. I paid to go to fights. I put in credentials for every fight that has came up. And okay, yeah, you did that, and that's not going to change the business of boxing, and it's not going to change the decisions that these fighters make. So yes, boxing comes with a lot of disappointments. It's just like life. Life comes with a lot of disappointments. And if you don't prepare yourself for it, you just gonna be a crash out. Because that's what a lot of these dudes are. A crash out. Personally, for me, free, I don't want to spend time on here keep talking about what a fighter ain't, what he's not doing, and then go out of my way to disrespect the fighter where I don't, like I said, I like to walk around and be all right. I'm not gonna just keep down on the fighter and then I gotta go somewhere and get hit over my goddamn head because I'm spending every day just downing the guy. I don't want to do it. All right, I see you. I'm not doing that. I don't understand how people do it though. I can't. As if I'm gonna keep talking about a fighter and keep downing him until he does what I ask him to do, until he does what I want him to do. Well, he's not here for you to do what you want him to do. It's just not happening. That's why I appreciate like this year, even though this year is not over, I've appreciated what we have got because we have had so many fights week after week. And there's been some where I go, I'm not watching that. Like the whole Usyk. Did that fight happen already with Usyk free? Did that Usyk fight happen?
Yeah, that fight
I
happened,
didn't
and
I didn't watch
it
that.
wasn't what you wanted to see. Usyk
No.
got
You said Usyk what?
Usyk got his ass whooped, and he got the knockout late because the referee stopped that fight just a little bit too early. But he got his ass whooped the entire fight. Well, I ain't gonna say he got his ass whooped. He got outboxed.
Yeah.
He got outboxed
But
the entire fight.
I don't see when it's fights like that or something I'm not interested in, all I could do is just not watch it. I ain't gotta sit up here for 4 hours and tell you why I'm not watching it. But man, I ain't watching that shit. But like you said, and you've been saying this for some time now, it don't matter what the outcome is. Because guarantee you, when it's time to go live that next day, I bet your bottom dollar we're on the live versus people who say things and know they wrong and don't want to come up and admit it and they disappear. Then their excuse is I've been busy. Yeah, I bet you have. You probably been busy doing some thinking. That's what you've been doing. How long am I going to continue to keep coming on the live,
It just like
making myself look like an ass? That's what you've been thinking about. Yeah, yeah.
it's just like the and Bud situation. Niggas was
Oh, gee.
leaning so hard on Bud, leaning so hard on Earl to where the fight happened and didn't pan out like they expected. A lot of these guys disappeared from YouTube altogether.
Yeah.
They was they left. They ain't come around. You don't see them talk no more. Nothing. I'm like,
They were
y'all
so
niggas got to
pro
stop being so daggone emotionally invested.
they were so pro Earl. They just and I ain't have an issue with it because it didn't matter to me who won between those. I said these are two brothers who are breaking bread, made the best man win. But some of them were so pro Earl, they got up out of there. I remember they was literally gang banging over Earl and Bud. Literally gang banging, disrespecting each other.
Yeah.
A lot of
Right.
friendships, a lot of
And
friendships were breaking up
I
then.
picked Earl to win, but I ain't. I picked Earl to win, but I wasn't emotionally invested. I just thought Earl would win the fight. So I'm like, no, I got Earl in this fight. Earl
It's
got beat.
crazy.
I like,
Y'all
hey,
don't even
I
put
gotta
them.
give my hat to Bud. He beat Earl ass.
Y'all don't even put them same type of effort in. That's just crazy. All right, Miss. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Y'all got your daughter in the back?
That's Vicky. I mean, that's Diamond.
Ah, Diamond.
That was my daughter who just dropped off at work. Uh,
Yeah.
my name is D Free, not Bentley. I don't just be riding around chauffeuring people all day.
Yeah. He said my name is D Free, not Bit
Uh, uh,
D Free, not Bentley.
I need that nigga he own a car wash. I need that nigga to get some longer sweatpants. That nigga sweatpants. That's the reason why we had all this rain these last couple of days. The nigga sweatpants be too high waters. All this goddamn that nigga need to stay his ass in the house or put some shorts on or something. Fuck you got long ass. You got sweatpants that look like you had since you was 16 years old. You now
Yo,
34.
yo, yo, you got to
Them
yo, Free,
motherfuckers
you got to
around
stop,
your
yo.
damn shins. No, no, no. This dude, he owns a car wash, and every time I see him, this nigga sweatpants be around his shin. Like I'm like, dog, you can't buy no longer sweatpants. And it's not like it's
Oh,
only one particular sweatpants he wear. It's every pair of sweatpants I seen this nigga in. Nigga, sweatpants be short as shit. I'm like, damn. Nigga, just put some shorts on. Out here wearing Knickerbocker sweatpants. I ain't never seen no damn
that nigga
Knickerbocker
Baka
sweatpants.
sweatpants. Oh, yo.
Hey,
She said, dropping it. She said, were
that
they
nigga,
gray?
that
She
nigga,
said, were they gray?
huh?
No. She asked, was they gray? I guess the pants. She said, were they gray?
Yeah,
Nah, man. But
yeah.
yeah, man. The hate for these fighters be crazy. It be nasty. It's nasty, man. It's nasty. I don't get it, man. And I'm look, hey BBO, I love you, bro. I love you, big bro. But I'll be honest with you, man. I'm gonna need you to take a chill pill on these David Benavidez videos, man. I don't want you to be somewhere in Cleveland and the Benavides team run down on you, man. Please, I'm asking you, man. Leave it be. Just leave it be.
Now I'm gonna tell you, I think BVO probably would have chilled. It probably wouldn't have been going on for so long, but BVO was getting so many views from going in on David Benavidez. He like, man, I can't stop now. Niggas is tuning in. I gotta keep
Man,
going.
hey, the
He
view.
hitting so
Listen,
many views. He like, I
let me
can't
tell you
stop.
something. Let me tell you something. The views ain't worth the ass whipping or the problems that come with it. That's the thing people don't think about.
Hey,
We
hey,
so
that,
focused on
and
views.
it's not going. It's not gonna be David that's gonna do the ass whooping. It's gonna
Oh,
be
I know that.
Jose Jr. Jose
I know
Jr.
that.
gonna be
I know
Jose Jr. gonna be
that.
like, that's the
I
nigga
know
right
that.
there. Jose Jr. gonna be like, that's the nigga right there. I'm about to go whoop his ass. You know, Jose Jr. don't have no cut cards. That nigga go win on anybody.
Yo, he go in on. He don't care. It's not about what. I don't care what weight you are, what height you are. That man do not care. He will run down on you. That's why I be like, what be wrong with people? Don't you realize it's gonna catch up to you one day? It might not be now, but it's got to catch up to you. I don't want them kind of problems. I don't want it. I swear I don't want it. I don't
You gonna
want
be
it.
like, you gonna be like. You gonna be like that other content creator who thought he was sweet to go to the fight and end up having to stay in the hotel room. Now that nigga just live streamed from his living room. He like, man, I'm not going outside no more. No sir. These niggas be everywhere. I'm not going outside no more.
yo, yo, that's nasty work,
Nigga
man.
said, no sir.
That's nasty work. I'm not living like that, bro. I swear, if I ever
It's,
gotta
it's,
do
it's one
something,
thing. It'd be one thing. It'd be one thing if you lived overseas. It's another thing when you live in the states. These niggas travel, especially niggas that got money. They travel.
yeah, I'll tell people that all the time. If I had it like that, which I'm trying to get to, all the fights I go to wouldn't just be on the East
All
Coast.
I'm gonna say is,
I would be everywhere if I could.
all I'm gonna do is tell BBO right now while you doing the content you doing. It's summertime. Do not go to Miami Beach. None this summer. Cause David live in Miami.
Don't go to Vegas. Listen, don't go to Vegas. You know he got a whole support team in Vegas. No,
Don't go to Miami Beach. You go to
and
Miami
it's kind.
Beach.
Listen, it's gonna be kind of
Hey,
hard to
they
explain to David that, hey, I just did it for the views, man. They ain't trying to hear all that. He ain't trying to hear all that.
yeah, they not trying to hear that.
No fight. I'm gonna be honest with you. No fight
They,
on the
they,
planet, black, white, no matter what their nationality is, no fighter is trying to hear that. No fighter, no coach, they team ain't trying to hear that. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Y'all gotta remember
and even if
the views ain't worth it.
even if the fighter for even if the fighter forgives you, he said, okay, don't let it happen again. I'm gonna let you slide. You got to remember, he got to be able to get to everybody that's in his entourage to tell him, hey, back down, back down. He ain't gonna get a chance to tell everybody to back down before somebody jump on you. You like, damn, I ain't get a chance to talk to him. I talked to everybody else. I ain't talked to him yet. He was the next
Yeah.
person I was gonna holler at.
God, you gotta by the time we do that back down, you already got feet and hands put on you. Now you like I thought we was good.
And
I didn't tell
remember,
him to talk to
remember,
you.
y'all remember when Meek Mills came to DC to see Tank Davis fight? They ran the whole Dream Chaser up out of the arena. They had to leave. I'm like, dog, y'all realize y'all beefing with the Russells? Do y'all realize y'all in DC? Y'all not gonna make it out here safe, dog. Y'all in DC. It's only like 15 of y'all. It's 10,000 dudes from DC. How y'all think y'all gonna beat all 10,000? Y'all might beat a couple. You ain't beating all 10,000.
I think that's why Meek was smart, and
Come
Meek
on,
was
son.
like, "Yeah, let's time to get up out of here, y'all." Because I seen when Meek got up out of there, I looked 1 minute, and the next minute the whole crew was out the building. I said, "Damn, they done ran Dream Chasers out the building." Damn, that's
Dream
crazy.
Chasers had to go. They had to go. They had to go chase their tail.
I ain't never seen that. I said, "Yo, the whole crew had to get up out of there." I said, "That's crazy." But had that would have been outside, it would have went much worse.
Oh, he'd been outside. It wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been no stopping nobody. These little youngers out here in DC, they don't care nothing about the police.
Oh,
It'd be so many of them, the police ain't gonna be able to catch everybody.
you see what they doing?
They
You see
might
what they
catch a
doing here in
few
New
of them.
York?
They ain't gonna be able to
You
catch
see what
everybody.
they You see what they doing here in New York? The youngins here is running crazy, and police can't do shit about it. They out here tearing New York City up, tearing it up, and they can't do nothing about it. Nothing about it. It's crazy. Yeah, but I'm glad that Meek Mill and them made it out of that because the first thing I said was, first of all, you're not really dealing with no street dudes. You're dealing with dudes that's from the hood, but they also professional boxers. It ain't gonna be nobody in your team that's gonna be able to go hand to hand with them. So this might be a good time to leave the building. Might be a good time to leave the building. And you're in DC. You're in our turf. It's not like we in Philly. We in
You
DC.
saw, you
Yeah.
saw, you saw that nigga Wallow. Wallow had to climb over chairs. He was like, "Hey, come on, come on, come on." Wallow was on top of chairs. He was like, "Hey, no, no, no. This is not what you want to do. It's not what
Yeah.
you want to
But you
do."
know what though? I understood that and I respect Wallow for it because Wallow, that's why I like him too. Because Wallow's not a, you know, Wallow saw it and Wallow was like, wait a minute, this thing, we're not home. We in DC. We not home. Chill.
That
What
nigga
you
was like,
doing?
"Hold up."
Hey, Meek, Russell, Gary, Antoine, everybody chill, chill. Yo, Meek, it'd probably be best if y'all just get out the building. Get out the building before this shit get bad. Get out the building. That's what I would have said. Get out the
Y'all
building.
gotta live to fight another day. Y'all gotta live to fight
Let's
another
be
day.
honest with you. Let's be honest.
Y'all trying to throw down right now.
Who, I mean, who was really trying to go toe to toe with them? Let's just be honest. Let's just say if somebody would have got brave, who the first one that really would have swung on Gary or Ed? Hell no. Get out the building. Are you crazy? Get out the building.
The first nigga that went to sleep. The first nigga that went to sleep. All it would have took was one of the Russells to throw a punch. Been like 500 punches coming from out of nowhere. You'd be like, damn, where all these punches coming from? You
Plus,
see the niggas in the arena?
I was about to say, plus the people in the arena, rather if they know Gary and them or not, but I'm sure there were some people in there that knew him personally, so that would have been bad. You're not just worrying about Gary and who he's with. You got to worry about a full arena of niggas who are from the DC area.
That's
That
what I was
it
talking
would
about.
be
I was
bad.
talking about the arena.
Yeah.
The Russells, they had a couple of dudes that was with them, but they, for the most part, they was by themselves. It's the arena. Everybody in there knew who the Russells are. The Russells are known in DC. They know who Gary Russell is, who Mr. Gary Russell is, who Antoine. They know all of those Russells. Those guys, they from DC. They live in Maryland now, but they was born and raised in DC.
They
They
come
moved to Maryland once they got older. They
when
born
they
and
come
raised in
to
DC.
when they come to New York, everybody knows what's up with them when they come because we love them here. So when they come here to New York, shit, man, they know who they are. They know exactly who they are. Ain't no secret. Oh, those the Russells. Them dudes can fight. I'm like, yeah, they can fight, and they ain't no suckers neither. So don't even try to play them like they are suckers. They some very humble
No,
brothers. They good dudes, but don't
that's
play
one
them like
thing
they suckers.
about them. They the wrong niggas that they taught how to box because them niggas already don't back down from nobody. Now you showed them how to box. That's just adding on to the problem. There is one thing you got to do. He willing to fight anybody, but when you teach that same dude how to fight, you just created a monster because
Yeah,
he already want to fight everybody. Now you showed him how to fight. Oh yeah, you created a monster.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's yeah.
Yeah,
We
but
have to. You know what?
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you like they told me. I'm gonna tell you like they told us when we were young. You got to pick your battles, man. You got to be, you know, you got to be careful. So I don't want to be the guy out here
I
randomly starting stuff with people. I just can't. I can't be that dude, man. I can't do it.
I wanna lean towards Lamont Roach in this Williams Zepeda fight, but something telling me it's not gonna play out the way that Lamont Roach wanted to. That's why I can't pick who's gonna win yet. I gotta see these guys.
Yeah, which is cool. Um, because William Cepeda is a tough opponent. I think William Cepeda is Pitbull Cruz.
Hold
I
on
think
one
he's
second.
good. Good morning, y'all. Good morning to everybody, all my people. Welcome to Duck Studios. Welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. We are in here chilling. With my brother D Free, we are talking about Lamar Roach versus William Cepeda, a fight that's actually made. You know, I don't like to spend time on fights that's not made. So, you know, for me, it doesn't make any sense to entertain that. I would like if we could talk about Shakur versus Oshaki if it's made, but until then, not interested in it. Not down on anybody who's talking about it. Just that I'm not wasting time if nothing's gonna happen. That's just the world that I come from. I come from a world that if it's not happening, there's nothing to talk about. I was just explaining to the good people that we were talking about this fight, even though it's not till August. We're talking about it because it's actually made. Versus everybody want to keep dragging this on Shocky Foster and Shakur, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna be the one to, until I see something happen. If nothing's gonna happen, there's no point in talking about it. For me, I'm not
and,
knocking nobody else talking about it, but if it ain't, I'm
and
not
that
wasting my time having no
that's something
conversation
else
about
too.
fights that not happening. Huh?
I, I said that's something else too that we talked about last night because I was telling them that the Williams Zepeda fight and David Benavidez fight, they made that fight back in November, and dude was like, "Nah, you gotta get your facts straight, free. They ain't announced that fight until February." I said, "Yes, they announced it in February, but the fight was made back in November. They didn't announce the fight until they have all their ducks in a row. They know who they're going to put on the card. They know where the arena is going to be, what time they're going to fight. That's when they come out with the announcement. But the fight was made back in November. I'm like, y'all got to understand. When it comes to the main event, those fights get made first. Then they start putting together the undercard. Who's going to be on the
Yeah.
prelims? Who's going to be on the main card, the co-main and things like that. We got to remember when David Benavidez beat Zordo, he told everybody his next fight is when he beat Anthony Yard, he told everybody my next fight is Zordo. Oscar De La Hoya was telling everybody for weeks at the press conference and all the face-offs and things like that that he David Benavidez is fighting Zordo next. That fight was already made. They didn't make the announcement until they had everything lined up. That's when they came out with the announcements. That's how they do it. I'm like, I don't know if y'all know how boxing work, but this is how they do things, especially when it
Nah,
comes to the
they
PBC.
don't know how boxing. They don't know how boxing works. They think
Especially
they
when it
know.
comes to the PBC, they'll wait till like 2 months before the fight about to happen, and then they will let you know, hey, yeah, this fight is made. We're fighting on such and such. They will only give you like a 3 month window at best. But we already know that this fight is coming. We already know that they
Mm,
made the fight. They went to negotiations, and the fight is made. We just waiting on the announcement. Like the whole Loma fight. That fight was already being made. If they would have made that fight, they wouldn't have made an announcement for Tank and Loma until what, October? They had the fight in November. or they
Yeah,
would have had to fight in November. They wouldn't have made the announcement till like October. They was already, and Bob Burnham had been told everybody, yeah, we working on the Tank Davis fight. He been told everybody, even before he had fought Lamont Roach. He had told everybody they was working on the Tank Davis fight.
yeah,
He said Lamont versus Zepeda type situation. Yeah,
yeah.
Lamont and Williams Zepeda. Yeah, that fight we already knew that fight was next. We was just waiting on them to make the announcement. We already knew that.
At least we know it's official versus all these fights we want to keep talking about that ain't official. Because you know what they about to do is until they make it happen free. You know how this goes. This Shakur and freaking Sharky will be talked about every freaking week while all these other fights are being made already. This is what everybody's gonna do because you know y'all looking for numbers on your channel. I get it. I could care less about numbers and any of that shit. If the fight ain't happening, I don't give two shits.
Yeah,
That's
I
simple.
mean, like you
I
know when
Oh, wait a
fights
minute.
is gonna
Today's
happen.
Gary's birthday? It just popped up on
Miss,
my screen. Today Gary's birthday?
yeah, yeah, Mr. Gary. Mr.
Holy
Gary
sh!
just
All
turned
right.
I think 38, 38, 30, yeah, 38 or 30, is he
Oh man,
39 or 38?
I gotta give my man a happy.
Hold
I
on,
gotta give my man
is
a
it
happy birthday.
Mr. Gary? Is it Mr.
It's
Gary or
Mr.
is
Gary.
it Antoine?
It's Mr.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
it's Mr. Gary. It just popped up because I'm Facebook friends with him. It just popped up.
Yeah, Antoine birthday is I think in July. I think Antoine birthday is in July.
Yeah, that's the thing, Wiz. Yeah, that's Zepeda. Yeah, Zepeda might go in there and punch the life out of Lamar. He better talk to Shakur about it. That's the best thing Lamar can do. Hey man, I need a little
What's up,
guidance on
Seafood?
you. What up, Sifu? You better talk to Shakur. I need a little guidance on this fight.
Like it I like I said, I'm not gonna pick who I believe is gonna win this fight until probably maybe 2 weeks from the fight actually happening. Because I gotta see how Lamar look making weight and getting ready for this fight. I know William Zepeda is already pretty much on weight. He's been at 35 for pretty much his entire career. And William Zepeda is all he's one of those guys that's always training. Lamont Roach, on the other hand, he's coming off a hand injury. He ain't really. I mean, he's in the gym now because he knows that the Williams Zepeda fight is going to be next. So he's been in the
Yeah.
gym, but he still look like he's about 150, 160 pounds. He don't look like he cut weight yet, or he started cutting weight yet. He might have started, but he still look like he about 150, 160 pounds,
So
and he's not a small dude.
training. So training camp should start for him. What this month?
For 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 Lamont, training camp should have started from the time that they said that they was going to make this fight. That's when it should have started.
Yeah. No, you're right. Because like you said, he looked like he about 150, 160 pounds. These guys kill me on the weight issue. Yeah. Yeah. They. We have for the last 3 years. We have seen some interesting things when they come to weight. Interesting. I think the one that caught me the most when we talk about weight was Khalil Cole. Oh, Jesus Christ. That Khalil Cole threw me off guard. I said, 8 pounds? What the hell was he eating? A horse?
That one didn't catch me by surprise because I ain't never been big on him anyway.
Seven.
The
Seven
the
pounds
one that
over. Okay.
the,
7
the
pounds
one
over.
that caught me by surprise was Keyshawn because you just won your title. This was your first title defense. You literally just got the title. This was your first title defense. You couldn't even make weight for one title fight. So I can't even call Keyshawn a champion. He was just a title holder. He never defended it. He lost it on the scales. Like
He
and
said
that
bro was
and
fighting
people
the
are like,
whole.
oh
He said bro. Look, he said bro was fighting the whole weight over.
yeah, right, he was. But see that's the thing. Like people are like, oh no, he was a champion. No, I call a champion a guy that defended the title. If you defended it at least once, then I can say, okay, yeah, he's a champion. But if you got the title and you never defended, I can't call you a
I don't know. I
champion. I
think
gotta call you a
these
title
guys
holder.
be thinking I can put as much weight as I want, and then at some point I'll lose the weight. But the problem is, free. You know this just as well as I do, and Seafood knows this, and everybody who understands boxing knows this. And this is not no. And can nobody say no? That's not true. It's 1,000% true. These guys know already that they didn't make weight before the public.
Yeah.
They know this shit.
Keyshawn came out and said it on his IG. He said, I knew 2 weeks out I wasn't making the weight. He said
Shakur,
that on his
Sh-
IG.
Shakur at 30 said it before he got to
Shakur knew he
35.
wasn't. Yo, I keep telling y'all, these guys, when they in training camp, most trainers, I'm not gonna say all of them, but when you get to a certain level, most trainers, when you're in training camp, the first thing they do, the first day you get in that gym, they see what your weight is, and then they say, okay, we need to cut certain amount. You gotta get down the weight. Okay, we setting the goals. Every couple of days, we're gonna get on this scale to see where you at, see if you meeting these goals. They set goals for guys to meet, so you know 2 weeks out whether you're gonna make the weight or not. And Keyshawn came out and said it. He said, "I knew 2 weeks out I
I
wasn't
can,
gonna make the weight."
you know what? I guess I have no choice but to respect that, even though it's still you need some discipline. But I hate
No,
the guys
but
who
see, the the problem that I have, if you knew you wasn't gonna make the weight, why follow through with the fight?
because they don't want to be called a they don't want to be called a duck. You're not ducking. You didn't make the weight.
No, I
You
can't
didn't
make
make
the
the
weight.
weight. You didn't
You're
make the
gonna
weight.
lose your belt. Either way you look at it, you're gonna lose your
Either
belt.
way,
So you
and
would.
that's why a lot of them. But that's why a lot of them don't do it. But you can't cheat. You can't cheat the system because once you step on that damn scale and you don't make that weight, baby, not only will that will be taken from you, your ass will be fine. So why go through all that? Why
Yeah.
put yourself through all that?
Yeah. So and that's the point that I was about to say. So you willing to lose money, not make no money, lose money,
Lose
and
money.
still lose your belt, and still lose your belt. And in Keyshawn's situation, not only did you lose the belt and you lost money, but you didn't make no money because they didn't fight. You didn't make no money. Now,
Listen,
if you would have fought, you would have lost some of your purse. You would have lost the belt on the scales, and you would have lost some of your money. But you would have made some money because you actually fought. He
and,
was so much overweight. De La
and let's
Santo was like, "Nah, I'm not doing it."
let's keep in mind that you already paying sanction fees. So you're coughing up enough money as it is, right? It's enough money. We all know that's a big complaint, these sanction fees. Why the hell, after I have to pay a sanction fee, I want to pay a fine because my ass didn't make weight? That's too much money to be coughing up. And some fighters free are not making the same amount of money as other fighters. Some of y'all
Right.
haven't even touched the M yet. Some of y'all have not even touched the M yet. And look at what y'all putting yourselves through. That shit is crazy. It's crazy.
Right.
I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing that. Even when I touch an
So,
M, I don't want to have to give up unnecessary money that I shouldn't have to give up because I should be keeping it professional. I should keep it professional. Oh man, I'm 12 weeks from the fight. Let's see if I
now
can
it's see, I
like
I look at it a little bit different when you're not a champion because you're not really losing anything but maybe a little bit of money. You lose. I ain't gonna say a little bit, but you losing some
I don't
money.
want to lose no money. I swear I don't
No,
want to
no.
lose.
I mean,
If I don't have
I don't
to,
want to. I don't want to lose no money neither. But at the same token, you're only losing some money. But when you're a champion, you're not just losing money. You're losing your belt, which got you the payday that you were looking for.
but
Because a lot of these
but
fighters, they don't make no money until
mind
they
you,
become
free.
a champion. That's when
But
they start
mind
to
you,
make money.
hey, Hey, but remind you, free. According to them, belts don't matter, right?
Well, like I've always told people, like I always told people, belts don't matter to me. It matters to the fighters that wants them. I could care less if a belt is on the line. If it's a fight that I want to see, I don't care nothing about a belt being on the line. I want to
Yeah,
see this fight,
that's a
like
fact.
the whole
I
Shakur
watch.
and Oshaki. Shakur and Oshaki, if they fight at 35, there's no belt on the line. I want to see the fight. I want to see who's the better guy. There's no belt going to be on the line. Shakur's not the champion at 35. Oshaki is not the champion at 35. So there's no belt on the line. Now, if they fight at 40, Shakur belt is on the line. If they fight at 30, Oshaki belt is on the line. But it doesn't matter to me whether there's a belt on the line or not. Now, when it comes to the fighters care about the belts. The fighters are the ones that use those belts for leverage in negotiations and things like that. I don't care nothing about the belts. They don't matter to me. And that's what people that keep saying, oh, free, but no, the belts does matter. Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. Y'all just listening to talk and respond. Y'all not listening to hear what I'm saying. The belts do not matter to me. They matter to the fighters. The fighters that wants them, the fighters that use that as leverage in their negotiations, those who the belts matter
I
to. They
I
don't
think I
matter to
think
me.
I don't think people understand when you explain that. So that's why it becomes a back and forth thing because you try to explain that the best way, and no matter how slow you talk or no matter how much you try to get them to understand, for some reason that shit still goes over their head because people hear what they want to hear, people believe in what they want to believe in, people look at the business of boxing the way they want to. Some people are just delusional and don't know shit.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of people they listen to respond. They don't listen to hear. They listen to
Yeah,
respond. They wait. They were like, okay, okay, you finished talking. All right, now let me say what I gotta say. No, did you hear anything that I said? You just so quick to respond. You're not listening to anything that I said.
yeah. They don't. I don't know. It should be crazy to me. I'll be like, look, bro, you ain't hear nothing I said. You just running your mouth. I heard what you said. No, you didn't. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to make a debate out of something that don't need to be debatable. Everything don't need to be
Exactly.
debatable. Everything ain't gotta be a freaking debate. And that's the problem that pisses me off when it comes to talk about boxing. Everything ain't got to be debatable. I'm trying to make a point. I'm not trying to outshine you. I'm not trying to outsmart you. I'm not trying to make you look dumb in front of the public. We got to stop trying to make everything so damn debatable. When
Like I said,
if I'm
I'm
bringing
gonna
all
start
the
asking.
receipts,
Start
huh?
asking people. I'm gonna start asking people. Oh, I heard what you said. Okay, did you understand what I said? You said you heard me. Did you understand what I said? Because you hearing me, yes, I know you heard the words that came out of my mouth. I know you heard my vocals, but did you understand the words that came out
What
of
was
my
that
mouth?
part? What was that part Denzel was telling Jake in training day in the car? He said to protect the sheep, you got to what? And and Jake was like,
Right.
huh? He said, huh? He said, I heard what you said. He was like, you heard me, but you didn't hear me. Something. He said, to protect the sheep, you have to become the motherfucking wolf or some shit. He said some shit. He said, you heard me, but you didn't hear me. And that's how you have to tell them. Y'all heard me, but you didn't hear me. Because how many times I got
Right.
to keep saying the same thing every time I get on live with y'all? I think some people just like hearing you repeat yourself. That's what it is. Because you can't trust people. You have to be careful what you say to people. Because people will take exactly what you said, recycle that shit, and go use it for somebody else's.
Just
That's what these cats do.
yesterday, they kept saying, "Oh, David this, David that." I was like, "Okay," and I broke down the whole situation with David and Jai Obata, and I'm like, "Y'all keep saying Jai Obata wants to fight David Benavidez, but Jai had already lined up two fights, and he's planning on fighting a the winner of the cruiserweight that's fighting this weekend." How is he pushing for the David fight? Oh, but see, David this, David. Y'all telling me all this, but y'all not answering the question. How is he pushing for the David fight if he's lining up other fights before David? How is he pushing for the David fight?
They're not trying
Y'all
to answer
can't
that
answer
question.
that question. Y'all just keep looking at what David did. Oh, David, he petitioned for the daggone the WBC belt. You mean the guy that was about to fight John Obertai already? That he petitioned for that fight? John already had that fight lined up. David petitioned to become the mandatory. It wasn't a guarantee that he was going to get granted. Maybe he was petitioning to become the mandatory for the winner of Jai and Noel. Maybe that could have been the case. They just mandated the fight right away. Did y'all ever look at the situation where that could have been the way the angle that David was looking for? Okay, well, they about to fight for the WBC title. Bet. Let me petition to become the mandatory.
Yeah, yeah, but free. No matter how much, like I tell you, no matter how much you try to explain that, people are gonna hear what they want to hear. That's why I'm like, sometimes it's
So
no, it's one
that's what I'm like.
time you
y-
talking
y-
to.
y'all not answering the question. Y'all just responded. I need y'all to answer the question because nothing have y'all told me, show me that Ja Obertai was trying to make the fight with David Benavidez. There's literally an article, interview that came out, and the dude talked to both sides of the camp. He talked to Ja Obertai's team. He talked to David Benavidez's team. Jose Benavidez was reaching out to Ja Obertai's team the day after the Zordo fight had ended. He was reaching out to them for like 2 weeks, never got a response. They didn't they didn't respond back to Jose Benavidez until Noel got mandated to fight David Benavidez. That's when they wanted to respond back to David Benavidez team. Now because the fight that y'all was planning on getting got snatched from y'all, now y'all wanna respond back. But y'all wasn't talking to him. They were like, oh well, the reason we wasn't responding because we were supposed to talk to Samson. But did y'all ever reach out to Samson? No. So y'all wasn't looking to make the fight. Y'all was looking elsewhere. Y'all wasn't looking to make the fight with David. Y'all was trying to fight other people. But they keep saying David is the one that's ducking.
I don't know
Y'all
how, but
make that
okay.
make sense.
They can make it make sense. They can't. They can't. They just running their mouth to run their mouth, free. That's all.
I don't,
I
I don't,
watched
I don't think I don't think they understand the situation. I think they need to sit back and
they
just
don't.
listen. Don't say nothing. Tape your
You're not
mouth up. Don't say
you're
nothing.
not
They just
talking
sit back
to
and listen.
you're not talking to guys who are in the business of boxing. You just talk to guys who watch a little bit of boxing. They might read a few. They might, if they do that, they might read a few articles. Um, they might hear what other people say, or some of them are just delusional, and in their mind, whatever they believe, whatever their mind is telling them to believe, that's what they run with. So that's why they feel comfortable enough to come up on the show and be able to have this fake ass debate to make it seem like they know exactly what they talking about and they don't know shit. Just like when you was on what you call the show the other day when you got off. And I'm like, I'm sitting there like, what are you talking about? I'm just like after a while, I'm like, I can't sit through stupidity. I just can't. It pisses me off to sit through stupidity. Because when I go other places, I'm looking to learn something too. Because we're going to learn something new in the sport of boxing, just like life. You're going to learn something new every day that you might have thought you knew. Where you can say, "Oh shit, I never knew that." But you are not going to learn that going to these channels where they don't know shit, and
And that's the thing. A lot of
they
people, a lot of people go to other channels and they listen to the content creators, and the content creator is saying some stuff that's on the line of what you believe, and so you just run with it. I look at but I keep telling people I do this for a living. I literally will go through and analyze all of the facts, all of the evidence, and then I will come up with my own opinion. This is what I do for a living. Like right now, I literally just had to let go one of the directors for our company because it was some allegations brought up, and I had to
Oh,
go through
oh,
all of the evidence. I had to go through all the evidence and investigate. Once I got all of the evidence and I did my investigation, I came up with my results. And my not only did I do that, but the chief did the same thing. The chief over top of that director and the owner and the co-owner. They all did their own investigations as well as me because I'm human resource, so I got to do my investigation. But they did the same investigation and they came up with the same results I came up with. So we end up having to let him go. And he was a close friend of mine or whatever. But I mean, it is what it is. It's business at the end of the day. It's not personal. It's business. This is what I do. I get all of the evidence and then I read through everything. Once I read through everything, I
yeah,
come up with my own opinion on the situation. My
it's
opinion may
hard.
not be 100% correct, but based off of the evidence, this is why I came up with the opinion I came up with because of what the evidence say. You can't say that Jai is pushing for a fight when all of the evidence showing that he's pushing for other fights. He's not pushing for the David fight. Now, if you could show me evidence of him pushing for the David fight, they reached out to the team, they've been talking close contact with the team and things like that, then we could have a different conversation. But right now, from what I got, the team hasn't talked to David Benavidez' team until the Noel fight got snatched from
You
them
know what?
by
You know what?
David.
You know what? You know what? You know what? Free. It's not going to even matter if the fight gets made. If he blasts his dude, Ja Overtime, like I said before, I bet you he can't go up to heavyweight. I bet you David can't go up there to do that to AJ, Moses, Usyk. They ain't gonna never be happy. It doesn't matter what he do. This is the
Oh,
tactic
they
that these
already
guys
they already
use.
they said that after the Zotto fight, David might need to go to heavyweight. The nigga had one fight at cruiserweight.
No, but if he goes to
Y'all
heavyweight,
already
if he was to go to heavyweight and he was to whoop the shit out of Usyk, y'all will sit there and say, "Well, Usyk was not. Usyk was
they go
okay, but Usyk
they
wasn't
go they gonna
everybody's
say
best heavyweight."
no. What they gonna say is he goes to heavyweight. Let's say he makes a he. Everybody say, "Oh, I bet he can't go to heavyweight." Do this. He goes to heavyweight, make a fight, and it's a good fight. It's a good fight. The first thing they're gonna say is, "Well, why did he avoid the fight with Jai Obertai? Y'all asked that nigga to go to heavyweight.
Oh,
Y'all asked him
jeez.
to go to heavyweight, but y'all saying he avoided fight with Jai Obertai. Oh, why he not making a fight with Demetrius Bivol?
Listen,
Do y'all
I
realize?
love.
Do y'all realize the only reason why he's the WBC champion is because Demetrius Bivol dropped his belt?
Listen, I love my brothers. But anybody who's just gonna be with this David slander, I'm not coming to y'all channels, man. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Any
That's why
fighter that's
that's why
and
I was
not
telling
just
AK.
David. Any not
That's why
listen,
I was
not
telling
just
AK.
David. Any fighters that's out there doing what they supposed to and they're not avoiding nobody and they're doing their part and y'all still going to complain about what they're doing, I'm not coming to you. I'm not. I'm sorry. I just got to be real because I feel like what's the point of me coming to sit around? One time maybe okay, but if y'all gonna be on some 7 days a week doing the bullshit, don't expect me to come around. I'm gonna just keep it 100. It ain't just a David thing. It's any fighter that's out there doing what they supposed to do in the sport of boxing. They're not ducking. They're not. They're making weight. They do it. If that's what you're gonna do, don't expect me to come around. I'm gonna just keep it 100. Straight
That's
up.
why that's why I was telling AK. AK was like, oh, he gonna get beat by Demetrius Bivol. Well, Demetrius Bivol don't believe that. That's why he dropped his belt. Oh, he was trying to fight Arthur a third time. Ain't Demetrius Bivol about to didn't Demetrius Bivol just fight another mandatory last week? He fought another mandatory. He didn't fight David. He fought somebody else. He dropped the
Look,
belt for David and fought somebody else.
I
Oh,
ain't
with
got time.
Demetrius Bivol, he was injured. Y'all expect him to fight somebody that's Y'all wanted David to fight somebody that was out of the ring for 15 months coming off an injury. Y'all leaving out the fact that he got injured getting ready for the mandatory that he just fought. He wasn't injured when he made the fight. He got injured getting ready for the fight. Y'all leave out all that. And that's why I keep telling you, y'all will only say half truths. Y'all won't tell the whole truth and tell everything that happened leading up to the ending result. Y'all will only say half truth. Yes, Demetrius Bivol was out of the ring for 15 months. He was coming off an injury, but he got injured getting ready for the fight that he just fought last week. That's the reason why he was out of the ring for 15 months. He wouldn't have been out of the ring for 15 months because they would have had that fight last year. But because he got injured, it got pushed back.
Okay, yeah.
Or it would have been earlier this year. Whatever the original date was. Can't remember what the original date was. But
Cats
it would have
don't
happened
understand that.
earlier. But because he got injured, he had to go through surgery. He had to sit out.
These cats don't understand that. They don't understand that. They never will. And I ain't trying to make none of them understand it. I don't. I
That's why
don't.
I keep
At this
telling them,
point, I don't
y'all
even
forget who
care.
y'all what's going on. I keep telling y'all forget who y'all
Hey,
talking
what's
to.
up, man?
Y'all
I'm
forget
see
who
you.
y'all
I'm gonna
forget
see you tomorrow, my
forget who
guy.
y'all talking to.
See you
Cause
tomorrow, my
I'm
guy.
gonna tell you
Yeah.
everything that's going on. I'm not leaving out anything because I keep telling y'all I don't have no favorites. If I see somebody moving funny, I'm gonna call them out on it. If I see somebody doing what I expect a fighter to do, I'm gonna give them credit for it. It just is what it is. I don't care if I like them or dislike them. It is
Yeah.
what it is. I'm gonna call it down the middle. I don't like everything
But you know,
that
it doesn't
T.O.
matter.
do, but if T.O. goes in the ring and he beats somebody and he looks good doing it, I'm gonna give him credit for it.
Of
That doesn't
course.
mean that I like T.O. I'm just giving him credit for what he did.
Yeah. Well, people take how they feel and the stuff that he says, and they put that in based on what he does in the ring, and I'm like, you can't do that because that has nothing to do with it. If he's a great performer in the ring, you got to give a guy all his credit. I can't say I don't like him because of the shit he be saying, and I'm not gonna give him no credit for what he do in the ring. No, man, that's you can't do that. It wouldn't be no point of watching boxing if you just like a person every time they say some shit. But what does that got to do with how they perform in the ring? It wouldn't be no point of watching boxing because you know how many guys you said you wouldn't watch because of what they say and do. Like
No, like
that
I
make no
said,
sense.
that's why I don't have no favorites because at some point, just about everybody move funny at some point.
At some
So
point,
if I have a favorite, there's gonna be a point where I'm gonna have to either put my favorite down or I'm gonna have to be biased. And so I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna sit here and do that. I'm just gonna keep it 100. I don't have no favorites. There's some guys that I like better than other guys, but I don't have no favorites. I'm just gonna give credit where credit is due. I wasn't always on team with David Benavidez. I didn't like David Benavidez for a long time. I gave him credit for what he did, but I didn't like David Benavidez for a long time. It wasn't until he beat David Morrell, something that I asked him to do. Fight David Morrell. You beat David Morrell, and then I'll be a fan of you.
they
He
still don't
did
give
that.
him credit for that
I
because
gotta
that
be.
was that was a
I
hell of
gotta
a
be
fight
true to
with
what I
Morrell.
said.
That was a,
Right.
if Morrell
And
would have had a little, to me, in my opinion, this is my opinion. I feel like if Morrell would have had a little more experience, Jesus Christ. Not saying he would have beat
and like
David.
I said, I had to be true to my words because that's the only thing I can do is be true to my word. And he did exactly what I asked him to do. And I'm like, I'm a fan of David Benavidez. He did what I asked him to do. He went in there, he fought David Morrell, he beat him. I said it, he beat him, I'll be a fan of him. I'm a fan of him.
Even with Boots, right? When we pick on fighters like Boots and David, and we get mad at the opponents, but you have to remember they have to fight who's ever in front of them, man. What you want them to do?
Oh, see, this is the thing. I laugh at people that say, "Oh, Boots fighting Xander because it's Xander. He know that's an easy fight." Okay, whether you believe it's an easy fight or not, we don't know what Boots believe. But if you believe it's an easy fight, that's one thing. You can't say what Boots believe. But these same people are the same ones that was excited when Devin Haney was about to fight Xander Zayas. But y'all say Devin Haney has fought better competition than Jerome Boots Ennis. So why would you be happy that Devin Haney is fighting Xander Zayas, but you mad that Boots is fighting Xander Zayas, or you criticize Boots fighting Xander Zayas when you said Devin Haney fought better competition than Jerome Boots Ennis? Wouldn't it? Shouldn't you be happy for Jerron fighting Xander Zayas and mad that Devin was trying to fight Xander Zayas? Because one
And,
is a guy that fought better competition. You said Xander Zayas is an easy fight
and,
for
and, and,
Jerron Boots
and,
Ennis.
and truth be told, free not to down any one of their opponents, but Devin just alone got better competition than both of them put together. So wouldn't you not want to see Xander and Boots?
No, I mean, like, however you look at the competition, that's another
No,
whole
I'm just, I know,
discussion.
I'm just, no,
But
I'm just trying to make it make
no, but
sense
what I'm
that
saying
how
is,
y'all gonna be mad,
no, but
how y'all mad at Boots versus Xander, but don't get mad at Devin versus Xander if it would have happened. That shit's
that's what I'm
crazy.
saying. If you say Xander is an easy fight for Jerome Boots Ennis and Jerome Boots Ennis hasn't fought anybody, wouldn't it be an easy fight for Devin Haney, who fought better competition than Jerome Boots Ennis? Wouldn't it be an easy fight for Devin Haney as well? But y'all happy that Devin Haney is getting the fight, or was trying to get the fight, but you mad that Jerome Boots Ennis got the fight.
I guess they wanted. I guess in real life they must have wanted. They must have wanted Boots versus Devin. That's what y'all wanted.
I,
That's what y'all
I
wanted.
mean, it was a good fight. It was a good fight, regardless of who fought Xander.
No, I'm just
It
saying
was a good
though.
fight,
Is that what
period.
they want? But, what I'm saying is, free. Is that what they wanted? Did they wanted Boots and Devin? Is that what they wanted? Is that what they wanted? That's what y'all wanted?
No, they couldn't have wanted that because Virgil is not in the he's not in the picture right now. So it can't be they wanted Boots and Virgil because he's not in the picture.
No,
Virgil is
not
on the
Boots and
shelf.
Virgil. I know. I said not Boots and Virgil. I said y'all wanted Boots and Devin. Is that what y'all wanted? I'm
They
asking
couldn't have
them.
wanted that because they couldn't have wanted that because Devin said he will only fight Boots at 47 and Boots was at 54. So they couldn't
Yeah,
have wanted that.
that's what I'm saying though. But for
And
some of these people
if
who
that
want,
is what you wanted, if that is what you wanted, then that means Devin should be wanting to fight the winner of Xander Zayas and Jerome Buzinis.
and I don't think neither one of those
Because
gentlemen.
what I was told was the only reason why he was willing to fight Xander Zayas because Xander Zayas at 54 because Xander Zayas had titles. Well, Jerome
Yeah,
Buzinis beat Xander Zayas and he got the titles. You should be willing to go to 54 and fight Boots then,
yeah, because
according to what y'all
neither
saying.
neither neither Xander or Boots is gonna say, okay, let's go to 47. They ain't about to do that shit. Those some big boys. They ain't not about to do that.
No. They're not. Ain't neither one of them going to 47.
Neither
They
one
was
of them
going to
doing
fight at.
that.
Devin was going to
Listen,
fight Xander Zayas at 54. He was going to fight Xander Zayas at 54. And the excuse that they said the reason why Devin agreed to fight Xander at 54 and not fight Boots at 52 is because Boots didn't have any belts. He wanted to fight Boots for his 47 belts. But Boots had already said he was going to 54 before Devin reached out to him. He was already going to 54. And according to Boots, the request was fight Devin at 52, and he said, "Yeah, I'll fight him at 52." He had agreed to that because that's what the weight was that they offered him. He didn't offer the weight; they offered him the weight. Whoever was making the fight offered Jerome Buzinis the weight, and Devin said, "No, I will only fight him at 47." According to Devin fans, he he said he wanted to fight Boots at 47 because Boots was a champion at 47. He said he was willing to fight Xander at 54 because Xander was a champion at 54, or Xander is a champion at 54. Well, if Jerome Buzinis beat Xander Zayas, if you was willing to go to 54 and fight Xander Zayas, you should be willing to go to 54 and fight Jerome Buzinis then.
Yeah.
If everything that the fans are saying is true, it shouldn't be an issue.
No.
But
Shouldn't
leave
be
it
an
up
issue.
to the Devin fans. A lot of them will be like, "Oh, you just want Devin to go up to 54. He got to do everything." No, that's what y'all said. That's what y'all said.
He
I
said
didn't tell him
he
that.
got to do everything.
That's what y'all said.
He
Y'all said
said,
he was gonna go to 54 and fight Xander because he got titles. He wouldn't fight Boots because he didn't have no title. So Boots got the titles now. If he beats Xander, Boots got the title now. So he should be willing to go fight Boots then.
Jerron Boots Ennis. Ennis.
It just
Man, look.
that's why I keep saying y'all gotta listen to what y'all saying before y'all say it. Because y'all put yourself in a box and then y'all wonder why ain't nobody letting y'all out the box. You put yourself in there. I ain't gotta get you out. You find a way to climb out of that motherfucker. You climbed yourself in there. Find a way to climb out.
After a while, people just get tired of even letting y'all up and on for y'all to talk about
I
nothing.
I I,
Just
I
to run your
no,
mouth.
I'm a grandfather. I am not a father. I'm still a father, but I don't have any babies anymore. So I'm not lifting anybody out of the daggone box. I did all my lifting. My lifting was back in my early 20s and my early 30s. I'm
Yeah.
past those times of lifting kids up out of the box.
Yeah. Nobody's doing all that shit, man. Nobody's gonna keep repeating the same thing to y'all. Nobody's gonna keep nobody's gonna keep going back and forth with y'all because you could keep going back and forth until you blue in the face, and we some dark skinned dudes. Ain't nobody gonna keep going back and forth with y'all trying to get y'all to understand. I think y'all get y'all shit off by going back and forth. Y'all like doing it because at some point somebody got to say, you know what, Free? I looked something up last night, Free, that I didn't know. Or I looked up what you said, Free, and you know what, Free? You were right. She said you light skinned. But you know why they don't do it? Because in the words of Kanye West, who I'm not really crazy about, you don't have the answers, Sway. A lot of y'all don't have the answers. Y'all don't have the
A lot of
answers.
them, lot
Y'all
of them,
swear, y'all
a
swear,
lot of them don't
y'all
have the
swear up and
answers.
down y'all got the answers, but y'all ain't got the answers. But y'all are making y'all business every day to come on somebody's show and want to argue with them. And like I always said, these hosts got to do a better job, man. These hosts got to do a better job. Y'all making your channel look bad, bro. Oh, I let everybody come up and voice their opinion. Okay, well, keep on doing that. Keep doing it, and let's see how much longer people are going to be interested in coming to your channel. I don't give a shit about y'all not coming to mine. I can care less. Y'all didn't start me and you can't end me. So I don't really care about none of that. I don't. I don't need 6 to 8 people on here to make me feel like I got a channel. That's what separates me from y'all. I don't care nothing about none of that. I don't need 6 to 8 people up here to go, oh, I finally got a channel. I got 6 to 8 people up here. I don't need that shit. I don't care nothing about none of that. I got 7 likes and 2 people watching me. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it. Shit don't bother me. 'Cause I'm still gonna speak the way I speak, rather if it's nobody watching me. How about that? There could be 0 people watching me. I guarantee you, I ain't gonna end my live. I'ma still talk. 'Cause I don't care about the views. I don't give a shit about nothing about that. The views ain't putting no food
My
on my
bad.
table. Now you good. The views ain't putting no food on my table. And even when it does, I'm still gonna be me. I don't care nothing about none of that shit. Some of y'all need a reality check. And the reality is, in the words of my man, the late great Roger Mayweather, you don't know shit about boxing. You know nothing. Do I know everything? I know enough to conversate about it. And whenever I don't know, I'm willing to learn. That's why I'm cool with a lot of coaches, a lot of fighters. Because there's some things I be want to know. Like you dealing with Coach Seafood, You're going to learn how to have a great jab. There's certain coaches
Right.
that's going to teach you things. Coach CJ, he'll tell you how to have great footwork. Not saying seafood don't, but I'm just saying for what I see when I'm around certain coaches. They're going to teach you shit that's going, after dealing with you for a couple of weeks, you'll be a monster dealing with these guys. You'll be a monster. Seafood will have you literally coming in your house, jabbing at the air. You'll mess around and knock a fly right out. You know what I'm saying? It's certain, they can
He
teach you
said,
things.
knock a fly right out.
You'll knock a fly right out. If a fly's in your house, you'll knock him right out because that's what he teaches. That's why I'm gonna get up to the gym with him. He think I'm not gonna get up there with him. I'm gonna get up there with him because I want to be able to. I'm at that age where I got to get in tip top shape. You know what I mean? Yeah, you'll knock a fly right out though. So it's like I said, man. I just don't be knowing free with these dudes. Now I don't know how much longer you can sit up on these channels, being that we've been sitting long enough. In another year or two, free ain't nobody trying to sit up here on these YouTube having to explain not to the people that you talk to now, but new people that's coming in thinking they know the sport. So now I got to deal with the idiots from 3 years ago, and I got to deal with you newbies that think y'all know shit because y'all listening to these other people who don't know nothing. You notice
Yeah,
every time when people's
yeah.
on live, they go because it was said that if he would have did this, if he would have did that, if he this is and they go by stuff that they read. That's cool, right? But this is where I'm gonna kill it, right? You can go by stuff that you read, but that don't mean shit unless you're talking to an actual person that can give you the receipts. Because half of the stuff you read is bullshit.
Yeah,
Half of the stuff y'all read is
like
bullshit.
it,
And it
it,
depends on who it's coming from.
it's
Well, I read something that Mike Carpenter said, and I go, whoa, 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 stop right now. You done mentioned the wrong damn name. Stop right there. Time out.
yeah, it's one thing if you heard something and it's evidence of both parties, but if
Yeah,
it's only you talking to one side, then you can only take it for half value. You can't take it for full value because you only got half of the story. Everybody hear one side of the story and take it for full value. How? Did y'all reach out to talk to the other side to see
okay.
what
So let's
their version of what happened?
let's put it like this too. You have to fire people, right, free? Or when you have to write people up. Before you just hear one side, don't you hear the other side and then you make a decision?
I hear, I hear both sides, and
Yes.
then I get a neutral party that had nothing to do with anything, just witness what they saw.
Yeah.
Once I get all of that information, I put everything together and then I come up with my results, whether this person need to be terminated or whether it was just a misunderstanding and it didn't involve him getting terminated. But I'm not going to just hear one side and say, oh, well, this is what happened. No,
No,
you got to
no.
hear both
You
sides.
gotta hear both
And
sides.
then you listen to a neutral party if there's a neutral party available that saw everything that happened. You got to hear all of the sides. You can't just hear one side and say, "Oh, this is what happened." That's why when I talk about the video that I shared in our group chat, dude talked to everybody that was involved, and he got all of the evidence. He said, "This is what they said on this side. This is what they said on this side. This is what this person said happened. This is what this person said happened." And you listen to everything that happens. And when you listen to everything that happens, then you can come up with what your opinion is of the situation. But if you only listening to one side, you can't say, "Oh, this is what happened," because you listen to one side. That's the reason why we have a court system. A court system need to hear from the plaintiff and the defendant, not just
Yeah,
the plaintiff or not just from the defendant. They need to hear from both sides.
yeah. Uh, and that's how it works. So when y'all walk in the building and you saying, well, free, I read this, free, I read that, and this was said, that's was said, that's all good. But just because you read something, does that mean that's the full truth? That doesn't mean it's
No,
the full
that's just
truth.
their version of truth.
That's crazy. That's crazy that y'all take that and run with it and think because you read that, that's the full truth. That's what kills me, free. And they've been doing it on a regular on here for some time now. All you hear on these channels is, I read this. This was said. That was said in this interview. That was said. I read this. And then when the real truth comes out, like you said, nobody wants to apologize. And what I mean is the people who were trying to make
Huh?
you believe it was the truth don't want to come and apologize. Now they want to go, that's what I thought at the time. Well, I'm human. So you gonna apologize for it? I mean, I don't need to apologize. I mean, shit happens. I don't know everything. Oh, now it's you don't know everything. But you was up here running your mouth
Just
like
like,
you do.
just like, just like with the whole Shakur Stevenson and Oshaki Foster situation. And I told everybody it was going to happen. So Oshaki beat Raymond Ford, and they had their little face off. They had their moment in front of national TV. Everybody, the Shakur fans, like, oh well, some of them, not all of them. Some of them was like, oh well, if it doesn't happen next, I'm not gonna say he's ducking because he might have other obligations. What other obligations? This man ain't got no fight lined up. He was the one that put the stipulations out there. You can't turn around.
Yeah,
Oh, well, he might have other obligations. What other obligations? If it ain't a fight with Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Connor Ben, Gary Antoine, Dalton Smith, if it ain't one of those guys, what other obligation do we got? Because anybody else is irrelevant because they're not a better fight than Oshaki Foster. Oh, you can't say that free. Yes, I can because they got history. Shakur put the stipulations up there that made this fight bigger than what it really was. Because if it was just Raymond Ford fighting Oshaki Foster, it wouldn't have been a whole bunch of attention to the fight. It got attention because of the stipulations that Shakur put on the fight. It got all the attention that it got. So it's
yeah,
not a bigger fight than Oshaki versus Shakur outside of the guys that I just named.
yeah.
There's not one.
Um,
Oh, what if you fighting Abdullah Mason? That's a good fight, but it's not bigger than Oshaki versus Shakur Stevenson. It's a good fight, but it's not
See,
bigger.
the difference is people are not going off what makes sense. They're going off of favoritism. That's what they're doing. Nobody's going off of what makes sense. They're going off of favoritism, but they're trying to convince you that it does make sense. But why does it make sense? He's the best one in the division. What the hell has that got to do with anything? Y'all not going off of what makes sense. You're going off of favoritism, and that's where you're gonna lose at. That's where you're gonna lose. Because when it don't happen, now it's he could have fought him. Well, who are you to say who he could? Who are y'all to say who can fight who? You're not in those offices when those business deals are going down. You're not on the phone. Yeah, we can sit here and say what we want, but at the end of the day, fighters, I keep telling y'all, and I'm tired of telling y'all, I ain't gonna tell y'all no more. The fighters gonna make the best decision. That's for them. They're gonna make what's best for them.
Yeah, they always gonna make. They always going to do that because at the end of the day, this is their career. They get paid from it. So I expect a fighter to go after the biggest bag. If you expect anything other than that, then you're just lying to yourself because if there's an offer for you to make more money in the same field that you're working at, you're going to take that offer. If you making
Right.
$50,000 selling tacos for a living, and somebody is willing to offer you selling those same tacos, you unless outside of you selling your soul, you're gonna take that $100,000 offer.
Yeah.
What? I can do exactly what I'm doing and make double the amount of money I'm making? Oh yeah, I'm taking that.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't? They're not asking you to do anything different. They say, hey, just come work for our company and you're gonna make double what you're making. If somebody
Yeah.
offered me double the amount of money of what I'm doing for the company that I'm working with right now, they offer me double the amount of money, I'm hopping on board. I can work from home. I can set my home, all the stuff that I normally do. Yeah, you can do exactly what you're doing right now. Just work for our company. Bet. I'm putting in
Yeah.
my 2 weeks notice. I'm giving y'all my 2 weeks notice. What's going on? Hey, I got a better offer. This company over here offered me double.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna match that, I'm gonna go with this company.
Yeah.
So I expect a fighter to go after the bag. Now I might not agree with it, but I understand what they're doing. They're going at what's going to support their their lifestyle. So when a fighter goes over here and grab more money from Turkey, I'm not mad at that. I'm just telling y'all what's going to happen in a result of what Turkey is doing. I'm not mad at the fighters. I'm mad at Turkey because I know what his alternatives is. I know
Yeah.
what the alternative is. It's not the fighters' fault that Turkey is offering these guys double or triple what they normally make. That's Turkey's
Yeah.
fault because he's trying to corner the market. He's trying to overpay these guys so he can have a alternative motive. I know what he's doing it for.
Yeah.
I'm not
That's
mad at no fighter to go out there to get their money. Go get your money because at the end of the day, when this career is over with, there's no pension fund for boxers. There's no retirement plan for boxers.
no.
It's not like the NBA, NHL, the NBA, the MLB. It's not like that. Those guys got pension plans or retirement funds for those guys. It's none of that in the sport of boxing. So get as much money as you can get it when you can get it. But at the end of
Yeah.
the day, just understand what comes behind you going to get that money. You're going to get criticism. It is
Oh
what it
yeah.
is.
You're gonna get criticized. You're gonna get spoke about. And it is what it is at the end of the day, bro. It is what it is. Um, but these fans have to understand that just because it doesn't go your way, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. A crash out is not necessary. You just gotta understand that it's gonna be some things that's necessary to happen in the sport, and there's some things that's not necessary to happen in the sport. I get it. I get it. I get it. I totally get it. And this is why I don't go out of my way to flip out. For what, man? I don't. I don't really. I don't too much give a damn. The business of boxing has always been the way it's been. It's going to continue to be like that. It is not going to change, and there's nothing that nobody can do about it. Now, either you can continue to be a fan of boxing, or at any moment you can wake up and say, "I'm through with it." I don't want to be a fan no more. And I can respect that. I think it's kind of crazy, but I can respect it if that's what you want to do. But if you think that you are going to stay around and boxing and keep finding things to complain about, you're not you're going to keep finding yourself in situations where you're just never going to be happy. You're going to be on people's channels, you're going to be arguing with them, and then you're going to be looked at other channels and other places as you can't let this guy up because this guy's a freaking crash out. Um, and the sooner y'all understand that, the better it'll be for y'all. But y'all will never understand it because everybody everybody knows boxing. Everybody's a smart ass, right? Everybody. There's nobody that don't know anything, right? Everybody knows everything. Okay? You can't correct anybody because everybody's a genius when it comes to this. It's just to me, it's just amazing to see how so many people are so damn smart and so damn intelligent. They can never be wrong. I'm wrong plenty of times. According to y'all, I might be wrong every damn day. That's okay. That's okay though. But I tell you what, free, I'm never afraid to say I never knew that. Now, for some of y'all that want to be smart asses, will say, "Well, you're a content creator. You go to fights. You're around this and that. How you didn't know that?" There's gonna be a lot of things in this shit that we don't know. Certain information is kept from us. Certain information you got to be in that circle to know that. If you don't know somebody that knows somebody that can put you on to that, then you're not gonna know. Some of y'all just listen to what other people got to say. It's shit crazy, man. That's why I say free. God bless you. You one of the ones on here. God bless you for your patience. Because I don't have it. I don't have it. 'Cause I refuse to keep going back and forth with people who they just never understand. They never get it. They never get it. I can't hear you for you low. Yeah, it's just it's annoying to me, bro. I just be like, yo, if everybody would just sit and take the time and listen to each other, I promise you it'll work out much better than what it is. Because at least, okay, I understand. I understand this. I understand that. I get this. Oh, you know what? I never thought about that. Oh, you know what, bro? You might be right. We don't even take the time to do that. We don't take the time to do that. It becomes a crash out party. That's what it that's basically what you see up here. A crash out party. Let's crash out and get crazy about a fighter we don't know shit about. Let's do it. Makes sense. Makes sense, right? Let's just crash out. And the people go, it's not a crash out. We talking boxing. We're not talking boxing. Because talking is talking. We can never get other people to understand exactly what it is that we're saying and what point we're trying to make if we're not making it make sense. You got to make it make sense. And granted, we always all are not going to know what we're talking about, and it's okay. This is why we're up here to learn from each other. So if D Free brings something to my attention that I wasn't aware of, does that make me an idiot? Does that make me not know boxing? Oh shit, Free, I didn't know that. Thanks for putting me on. Might be something I can go look up and I go, oh shit, my boy Free put me on to some shit I ain't know. But everything doesn't have to be like a immediate crash out. Like I don't understand what it is with you dudes, man. But I refuse to. That's why none of this shit bother me. That's why I be sitting back cool, calm, and collected. Yeah. Rest in peace to X. They finally giving him his street next week, man. I'm pulling up to that. Shout out to the X, to the dog of dogs. Um, but this William Cepeda, Lamar Roach, I will be tuning in. I don't know what the card looked like, but it don't matter to me at this point because I'm interested to see what happens. That's what I'm interested in. A lot of y'all might not be interested in that, huh? Yeah, I mean, a lot of y'all not interested in it because y'all still gonna be sitting at that time. If y'all not still talking about Xander and Boots at that damn time, you'll be talking about Shakur and Foster if nothing happens, or you'll still be talking about how David Benavidez is ducking Ja overtime. Jesus Christ! It don't make any sense, huh? Don't make any sense, man. I don't understand it for nothing, bruh. But maybe it just ain't for me to understand. But I don't get some of y'all, man. I don't. I don't get y'all for nothing. Make that shit make sense, bro. Because at this point, I'm lost. I'm lost, Free. I'm lost, Free. I don't get it, Free. I don't get it for nothing. Maybe it's just me, bro. But I swear, I don't get it for nothing. Shit crazy to me. I thought that we respect when fighters take care of business, do what they supposed to, and those are the ones that we roll the red carpet out for. We're protecting and defending the wrong people in the sport of boxing. That's what y'all doing. Y'all are protecting and defending the wrong people. Because the ones that y'all protecting and defending are not doing shit. And guess what? Y'all protecting them and they don't give a shit nothing about y'all. You could be a fan of them, but they don't care nothing about you. Because if they did, if your opinion count, they'll be sitting there saying, my fans want to see me in this. So let's go ahead and give the fans what they want. I'm gonna give my fans what they want. I'm gonna try my best to make this fight happen by any means necessary because my fans want it. Not necessarily boxing fans, but my fans want it. Because you got two type of fans in boxing. You got two type of fans in boxing, Free, that these people don't understand. You got people who are fan of boxing, and then you got people who are a fan of a fighter. I, I don't think they understand that. A fan is a fan. No, it's not. Matter of fact, if you really want to get technical, Free, there's three. There's boxing fans, and there's fighters. There's guys who are just fans of a fighter, and then there's just people who are fans of their nationality. See, because when you're fans of a fighter could be any nationality. I like that dude. You know what I'm saying? So they don't understand that. They don't understand that. You know why? Because in the words of the late great Roger Mayweather, you don't know shit about boxing. And y'all ain't willing to learn. You're not willing to learn. You're not. I told you this last year, Free. I said in 2026, watch how stupid it's going to be in these YouTube streets. Have I lied yet? We're already in June. What do we got? 5 more months to go? 6 more months to go before this year ends? Come on, man. Have I lied yet? Yeah, we got 6 more months. Have I lied yet? And as the months go on, it'll get worse with these conversations. You wasn't gonna see me come up here and put Shakur versus Oshaki. I wasn't finna fucking do that. For what? When everybody and their mamas is already on it. You didn't see me come up here and go, well, what's the title was going to be what's next for David Benavidez? Why? So y'all could come with the jaw overtime shit? So y'all could come with the him moving up to heavyweights? Why do that? Huh? Oh, let me put Devin versus Shakur. I mean Devin versus Keyshawn. I wasn't gonna do that. For what? Because I'm looking for numbers. My question is it happening? Could it happen? Don't talk to me about how good the fight will be. I come from an era where is it happening? To see, you could walk up and down the street every day free and saying I'm gonna slap somebody. I'm not interested in what people talking about you slapping somebody. I'm like, is he gonna do it though? Well, we don't know, but it's interested to see it. All right, well, I'll be entertained by it when I see it. Until then, what we talking about? Who cares? These fighters are going to always give you something to talk about because they know what we going to do. They know we going to run the YouTube. We going to run the Instagram. We going to run the Twitter. We going to be on the Facebook group. We all going to be arguing and disrespecting each other over them. Over them. And guess what? Don't none of them give a shit about any of us. Come on, man. So we're going to constantly disrespect each other and drop your location because I'll pull up to your turf because you said something about my favorite fighter. It goes outside of boxing. You think these dudes are sitting there like, yo, that's a real fan right there. Hey, hey, when you see him, make sure he gets about 2 tickets to the fight. I like how that guy defends me. What? They don't even know that you exist. They don't know you exist. Only time they know you exist is when the disrespect starts, and then it don't catch up to you right then and there. But maybe after a few months, maybe after a year, it catches up to you because there's always somebody watching. There's always somebody watching. But then you sit there and say, I don't care if they know I exist. So what the hell you going so hard for then? What you going so hard for? You don't care if they know you exist or not, but you on here going super hard. For what? Y'all don't even go that hard to show up to your kids' school to see what they got going on. because you claim that quote unquote I'm so busy working I don't be have time. But you gonna go hard for a bunch of motherfuckers that you don't know about. Free, what part of the game is that, sir? Well, what kind of boxing what kind of boxing fan are you, No Duck Zone? Well, I'm glad you asked. Thanks for asking. I appreciate that. I'm the type of boxing fan or boxing man, I should say, as a coach I know that used to say, that if I want to support something, I support it. If I don't want to, I won't do it. If I feel like the conversation is worth bringing up and talking about, let's go ahead and do it. But I don't like entertaining shit that for two things that it don't make no sense to entertain it, and two, if it's not happening, I'm not doing it because that's the era I come from. We didn't entertain shit that wasn't worth entertaining. If it wasn't worth entertaining, we ain't do it. That's where I come from. And some of y'all come from the same era I do, and maybe before, where y'all know better. Some of y'all reactions, I expect that shit to come from little kids. See, if we were talking about somebody maybe in their 20s and down doing it, some of y'all are grown ass people. Grown. And some of the response that y'all be having is nasty. I'm just the type that nothing in the sport of boxing, I ain't gonna say nothing bothers me. It's certain shit there is, but it's nothing I can do about it. It's nothing I can do about it. That, if it was up to me, drug cheats wouldn't exist. I pack them up and get them out of boxing. Go fight your ass in the bar if you want to go make money. Go get in a tough man tournament if it was up to me. I wouldn't give guys a second, a third, fourth chance to keep coming back boxing. And that's not just fighters overseas. That's fighters, period. America or not. I would pack you up, especially if you tried it more than one time. I will pack you up. You'll be somewhere in the bar right now fighting in the tough man tournament because this is a sport where somebody will lose their life or for your stupidity because you're not thinking about that person and their family. You're just thinking about you. That's the kind of man I am. I don't know what type of boxing fans y'all are. I really don't. And I have no interest in ever sitting in a room with some of y'all and even having a conversation with y'all because you're so damn intelligent and you know everything. It's crazy to me, Free. That shit is just crazy. It's nasty. It's crazy. It's nasty. It's disgusting. It's all the above. I like Zepada. I like Roach. Oh man, you should be going for Roach because he's an African American. You know, Zepada, he's a Mexican. Man, don't come to me with that bullshit. I go for whoever I want to go for, whatever color. Some of my favorite fighters are Mexican and Puerto Rican because you know it's a great rivalry. So don't tell me who I should go for because of what I look like. That's not gonna work with me. You do what you want to do, and I'm gonna do what I want to do. That's how that works. Uh, Free, but it's a quiet week this week. We don't have nothing coming up, right? Yeah, it's a quiet week this week. We don't have nothing coming up this week. PGH, Big Dog, what's up? I was thinking about doing that. I was uh I was saying to myself, should I? Uh I'm thinking about that one. I'm gonna think long and hard about that. Pause. That shit sound crazy. Uh, so yeah, yeah. I might call it. I got some things to get. Yeah, some things to get done in my house. So yeah, I gotta sit back and fix a few things, and then I got my other job I gotta go to this afternoon. So I got a few things I'm gonna be tightening up in here, getting ready for the game, going to get some snacks for the night. Me and Tiff, we got these New York Nick t-shirts that we ordered. Banging, man, banging shirts, man. We got them shits yesterday. I ain't gonna wear mine to work because I ain't trying to get it messed up. It's gonna be hot as hell, so I don't want to have to put the shirt on and then go home. I gotta take a shower because it's hot as hell. It's hot out there. It's hot. I could tell. I went to the store this morning to go get something for Tip, right? And I'm like, damn, it ain't even 8 o'clock. Jesus. So everybody just be safe out there. It's Friday's payday. Man up. Man up. Everybody going down to Times Square today or going down to Manhattan. I know y'all not gonna listen. Be safe out there, man. Y'all out there acting stupid for no reason. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cause I'm telling you, you go to jail tonight, you ain't coming home till Monday. Unless you got a good lawyer or your parents or somebody that can get you out tonight, don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. You said what, free? Yeah, man. I ain't going to nobody jail, especially not on no damn Friday night, man. Not happening. Not Friday, not Saturday, not any other damn day. So y'all better be careful. Um, yeah, I might come back and do something with the Knicks. I might. It depends. I'll see. But I know tomorrow I won't be live tomorrow. Shit, I probably won't be back until Sunday because I got the fight to do tomorrow. Then I'm gonna run up to go see Seafood tomorrow in his gym. So I will have some footage. I will have some footage for that I'll be posting and putting up. But if y'all go live free, I guess I'll look out for it. Hopefully the notifications will be on because the notifications be funny. That's why a lot of people. That's why a lot of people be talking about they don't know I'm live because the notifications be crazy. But we'll see what we can do about that. But everybody, yeah, that's why last night I said, okay, I want to talk about something because I started to get on IG this morning, but I'm trying to make sure I get the content up over here. The IG just be on some lazy and me not want to do a thumbnail for for YouTube. Sometimes I say the hell with it. But I'm sitting up last night and I said, all right, you can't be up all night. Um, so I said, you know what? Let me talk about Lamar Roach in this one because I ain't really see too many people getting into it. I see them getting into the Shakur and Foster, and then it's David Benavides. Then it's everybody can talk about what they want to talk about, but I'm like, let me talk about what's actually happening because all these other fights are not happening fights. These are fights that we want to happen. So I'd rather just go ahead and get into it, what's actually happening. At least it makes sense. So I won't have to make it look like I'm looking for views. No disrespect to anybody that's doing it. I just got to keep it 100 with y'all. I'm not looking for views. So whatever I get on my videos is what I get. It's better to get hell. It's better to get 20 or 30 views than to get no views. Because the first thing all he got was 20 views. So what? The views don't make me. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that shit, man. Long as people come through and support me, I'm cool with it. Other than that, I don't give a shit about no views, man. I don't care nothing about none of that, man. It is what it is. But everybody, make sure you smash the like button. Be safe out there wherever you at. Stay cool as much as you can. It's hot out there. Watch the game tonight. If you're having any watch parties or any get-togethers at your house, be safe out there as much as y'all can. Um, Congratulations to once again to the class of 2026, from elementary to middle school to high school to college. Congratulations to all you guys, and wish y'all the best on your next journey. Uh, Remember to protect your peace, your space, and your surroundings. Once again, y'all know what it is. It's the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go.